Hi, and welcome back to the Price Action Analyst YouTube channel. I'm just going to do a video on ZIL, Zilliqa. I was going to include this in a more general look at a few cryptocurrencies, but because there's such a strong following of ZIL and because it's breaking out right now, I thought I would just do this one specifically. But I do encourage you to look at the other video because there's a lot going on with other cryptos. And also in that video I'll discuss what I'm buying right now. So I hopped into ZIL finally. I've funded my account some more and I've hopped into ZIL as well. But I'm going to talk about what's going up in the other video and stuff that's just keep an eye on, and they might be good purchases. I also want to take this opportunity just to say thank you for the support that the channel is receiving in these early stages. I haven't done this before. I haven't had a channel before, so it's nice to see the likes and the subscribers and the comments. I'm hoping that this can be a place, some like a forum almost, where people can come to talk amongst themselves about stuff that's happening with the coins they like and things like that. So we'll see. I have had a look at one other channel that there's some reason why I don't really want to see what other people are doing. Part of me was like, well, maybe I should go and get ideas, but I don't really want to. I don't know. I just want to. I don't know. That's not a hard and fast rule. I just want to kind of grow this account organically and kind of do my own thing. But I ended up having a look at another channel that had around 10,000 subscribers, and the guy was doing roughly the same thing I'm doing, but I wasn't too enamored with his analysis. Let's just say that. So the point of that is I'm hoping that this channel, like, geez, if I had 10,000 subscribers, that'd be great, so hopefully, I think if I can keep providing value to people, then hopefully they'll, it'll just grow organically. So we'll see. But thanks very much for the support that I've received so far. Don't forget, I'm on Twitter. If you want to forward stuff on Twitter, you can too. That'd be great. It's @PriceAnalyst. So anyways, let's hop into ZIL. So I bought ZIL today finally, and I think the last video was there somewhere like that, and I was saying strong upside breakout, retrace, look for strength here, there's your strength, time to look for an entry. That's your buying trigger, and then it's how you like to enter. So it's gone outside and popped. So there's your breakout. So it's getting very late. That, again, I said this would be your entry here. If you were waiting for, you could either wait for the, the wash and the strength off of this pivot, but it looks like it's not going to do that. So your entry might have been a break of that bar around the 204 level. So price is retracing a little bit. So I'll drill down to the hourly bars, but it's likely there's going to be air here, and so 50% retracement and air is going to be your level of, if things go well, that's kind of worst case scenario. Price can always cycle back here, retest, wash this pivot. That's also true too, but again, given the time frames that we're talking about, if it keeps going up, then you've missed it. So you've got to hop in and take this risk. And if it does do that, you watch to see what happens here. Again, here is the wash of this pivot and the retest of this trend line. You're watching to see what happens here. And if the weakness doesn't stop, if it continues to push down with strength, then you look to exit, right? And that's your risk. That's the risk of investing / trading. So hopefully that makes sense. So again, I'm in ZIL. That was enough for me to buy. We'll just look at You know, so there's your pop. These are hourly bars. And so it's basically doing a mini, and this is the thing about, there's no holy grail in trading, right? Fundamental analysis, I think fundamental analysis, if you got a portfolio, and I studied the CFA for a number of years, and so that I understand fundamental analysis, I think, more than the average bear. You know, if you got a portfolio of $500 million to $1 billion, you can't just move in and out of positions, right? So you got a large portfolio, you've got numerics behind the diversification of that portfolio, and you got a long-term thing. So yeah, fundamental analysis plays a part, but you can't conduct fundamental analysis, say, if you're intraday futures trading on positions that are, you know, 5 to 10 to 20 minutes long. I don't believe that fundamental analysis is applicable. So getting back to my point, you see these patterns over and over. Like this is hourly bars. Here's your pop. We're looking for a 50% retracement roughly, and we're looking at the areas of air. So here, here, here. And you're looking for strength around this area here, right? But where did we last see that? You go to the daily bar. You go to daily bars. Oh, look, it's the same thing. Like these things repeat over and over again. And again, there's no guarantees here, but you see these things all the time. And, you know, your finance textbooks will tell you that this is not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to see repeatable events that you can, that you see over and over and you can take advantage of. But you do that. Now, you can't just look at a chart and do that, but you know, I've traded futures for a long time, and I see repeatable patterns. And the training courses that I did early on said that, you know, you will see repeatable patterns. It's just a matter of you know, doing it long enough until you can see tradable events. So long term, I think you could already be in here, but if you wanted to time your entry, and I mean, we're close no matter what. You know, again, that's already a reason to be in. Here's your 50%, and here's, you know, that's a wick. Come on. So, you know, this pop down below the line and this strength up, expect strength off that again. So, you know, 50% and this pivot, expect, you know, strength off that. It could move up, although it's probably likely to come down and wash this pivot here. So around this level, you'll have a pivot wash, and you'll have the bottom trend line. So, you know, again, worst case scenario is it cycles down again, washes these pivot, and you get a big buying bar or a wick here. That's your entry signal. You can't, it's hard to beat that as an entry. So, you know, these are hourly bars. Do you need to wait for that? Not if you're holding this thing for a while. Again, this is very short term, right? This is starting to get into, like, you know, if I'm trading futures, I can't get long here. I'll wait for that because my time frame is, you know, here to here, and then I'm out. We're not doing that. We have completely different time frames here. So, you know, on the daily bar, you're really talking about the difference between 204 and 198, and that's if it decides to cycle down again, and it might not. This wick here is indicative of buying strength, right? You've got this long retracement. You've got to pop out with a minor volume spike after this reduced volume here. So you got a volume spike. You got this strength. Every indication that price wants to push up. And then you're going to wait, hoping it does the opposite of what you're expecting. So, you know, it's tested down here, price is pushed up. It's hard to argue that you want to wait any further. So, and again, you know, if your time frame is here, it's hard to argue the case for waiting further. Again, I hope most people understand, like, you know, the reason why I'm sort of talking about this is because I spent a long time doing something where your entries have to be very precise, and you don't need to be that precise here. I would say, you know, most people aren't worried about the difference between here and here. So, and again, that might not happen. This wick indicates that that's not going to happen. So if you're looking for an entry point in ZIL, my opinion is it's time. And I just want to point out with this buying bar, you see it over again. Where was the low? It was roughly 50%. If you were watching that and you said, I'm not saying just hit 50% retracements, because it really matters where they are. But you know, this was buying strength, and then look, 50%. And again, this did cycle back, but what happened? It washed this pivot and strength straight away. So again, you'll see these, you know, if you do this long enough, you'll see these things over and over. So just reiterating what our projected target is. With this strength up, this initial leg up, you know, it stalled roughly at these highs. With this strength up, expect, you know, and that projected target, expect a push. You're probably going to see some weakness here, but you'll probably see, you know, a very small, especially if it's strong up here, you'll see like a smallish retracement, and then you'll see like a stair step and then a push. And then in terms of where the next highs are, you know, that projected thing is in line with that low. So you're really, if you're gonna trade this, if you're gonna get out, you're gonna take some profit, you'd really want to wait for these levels and see where it's gonna make with the wicks. So, you know, things like this, things like that, you know, watch and see what happens when price gets up here. But that's kind of, I'm in ZIL and I'm holding now. I'll sort of, I want to see price kind of get to here, and that's, let's be optimistic and say it gets into the 4. So, you know, it's basically double. That's kind of roughly my target. But you know, if it gets up to 360 and it starts leaving big wicks, then that matters, right? I'll have a look at that when it gets up there. So anyways, that's ZIL. I hope that's helpful. I think this is a good place to enter long. So I'll wrap it up there. If anyone's got any questions about that or something that is not clear, please let me know. Please like the video, please subscribe, please forward the video on, and let me know what you think in the comment section. Thanks very much for watching. Appreciate it.